Let's talk about let's do this one. I like this one. Let's see here.
I want to know how it is you voted for Donald Trump when you're so into facts, because his entire campaign is not based in facts. It was all based in propaganda and emotion.
I voted for Donald Trump for one reason only. His policies, if implemented, would slow the dispossession of whites in the United States. If he were to deport all illegal immigrants, if he were to think very hard about letting in any Muslims, all of this would slow the rate at which whites are becoming a minority.
Why are you so worried about the white dispossession of America?
Because I want my people to survive. Is that so strange? We don't control China. We don't control any place where whites are not a majority. And if we become a minority, we will not control our own destiny anymore.
I grew up in this country as a minority, as the children of immigrants. I was their first child born in America. And while I didn't have much possession or didn't much control, I really enjoyed myself. And I think that if you ask a lot of Americans, they would say that I had a lot to offer this country. You know, according to you, I guess I would be perpetuating the dispossession of white America.
That is true. That is true.
Would you say that you wouldn't want me in this country?
At some point, when my ancestors built this nation, they did not build it with the intention of giving it away to Mexicans or Chinese or Haitians or to anyone else.
Do you consider, you keep saying your ancestors built this country, you consider that a fact?
Who else built it?
Black people, Native Americans, Chinese people who came and built the railroads.
Do you think none of that could have been
Italian
achieved?
people.
But they're Europeans, aren't they?
Hey, what that boy say? He said Italian people. He said them Europeans, aren't they? That's for you niggas in the background that act like Italians. They Italians.
No, they're not.
Nigga, they is white.
Yeah.
White.
All right, so Javid Day, I believe you sent that to us, right?
Yeah.
No, that was me.
Oh, was it?
that was
I've
me.
seen it earlier too. I've seen it.
Yeah,
a
I just
couple
had
times,
to send it.
So what was the question, Mo?
No, I was just asking what y'all think about that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have no problem with it, man. That's the white guy, by the way. That's Jared Taylor. So he's kind of like a mentor of what's his name, Spencer. It's another white guy, but I forget his name specifically. But Jared Taylor, I mean, he's a white supremacist. I mean, he's gonna tell you how it is. Now, is that what most Trump supporters really think? I don't think so. You know, but there are those out there, just like on the other side, Kamala's side, you're gonna have your racist side too. I mean, it just is what it is at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really. I like when people are your racism is right up front. They're gonna give it to you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They serve it to you here. This is how I'm coming. I don't like the, oh, it's okay, and then they snaking you.
Yes.
And that's what you get a lot of time with the liberals.
Yes.
And again, I'm not either or, but it's just like with the liberals, they're gonna act like it's okay, but then they're gonna snake you in the back.
I 1,000% agree with what you just said. My thought process when I first listened to the video was, I have no problem with what he said.
Self-preservation.
I have no problem with what he said whatsoever. I think people should, if they are race preservationist, as people should be, then go ahead, do it. That's your thought process. Everybody should be focused on have some level of focus in their lives on preserving their race of people, if that's even their thought process, right? So I had no problem with what he said, and like both of these guys said, I am 1,000% happy that he was straight up with it. He was straight up with it, and it wasn't like he was being belligerent with it. It wasn't like he was being aggressive and necessarily trying to say that. Well, I never heard this guy, so my first reaction was just that he was trying to preserve his race, not that he was a supremacist, not that he was racist in terms of white people being above black people or whatever the case.
Oh, he's definitely that though.
Well, right. So
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, don't get it twisted.
No, I'm not.
Richard Spencer is the other guy that I'm thinking of. I'm not sure if anybody are familiar here with Richard Spencer, but he's kind of like Jared Taylor is kind of like Richard Spencer's mentor. So, those are white supremacists. They are classified as white supremacists themselves. They'll say
it.
So it's not a problem. I don't have no problem if you're saying it.
Right. Cool. Like, so with me not seeing this dude ever that I recall, I didn't know what his, behind the scenes previous rhetoric was. So I'm like, okay, cool. Do what you got to do to, or follow whatever processes you think you need to follow to preserve your people. That's cool. I have no problem with that. And you preserve your race, and then other people preserve theirs. Do whatever they got to do, and eventually, the thought processes and the everyday practices can clash eventually. But that's just to me that's just part of how people live.
I agree with what both of y'all said, but when I first saw this and I sent it in the group, I say, boy, I love this type of truthfulness. That type of truthfulness right there, boy. For all the people who be like, oh, this ain't true. No, nigga, they out there. You can keep saying like it ain't out there and want to put a blind, like you got to pull shiesty on, put a mask over your eyes or whatever. It's out there, B. It really is out there. It's out there for real. And I agree with like everything y'all said. Like, I don't think he really said nothing wrong. He told you exactly why he voted for him. And then he changed it. What made me laugh about the interview too, because he said, what do you think about me? That man went all the way around, because I don't want to insult you in your face like this, but I really think you ain't shit neither. He really wanted to say that, but it's like, you interviewing me, we hitting it, I don't want to insult you like that, but I think you ain't shit neither.
Cultivate says they're going extinct. And I think that's true, especially over here in the United States. Or even in Europe. You can see a downward population with them, right, across Europe. And I think that's because of just the lack thereof. Like, we're not pushing, having children, procreation, right? We kind of regressing. We're telling people, okay, it's okay with abortion and things like that. And down south, they're definitely saying, like, no, we need to, continue the race. We need to continue the race. And that's okay to say that. Like, I don't see the problem.
Did you see people, like, any comments about this conversation, either of you? Because I didn't look at it.
I kind of glanced, and, they're going to say, well, what about the black people that built it? And what about, I get all that. But he was okay. Yeah, I think they're focusing on the wrong thing.
And that's what I was thinking about by asking that question. Like, I was thinking of the people that would not focus on the overall point of the matter. They would just kind of get in their emotions and say, oh, he's racist and don't like black people in particular.
Yeah, it was other groups that were just saying that, oh, well, other groups helped build the country. Look, that's not really the basis of the conversation, though.
Base of the conversation, he said, I don't want my motherfucking people to go extinct. I need grandbabies. I need great-grandbabies. I need us to still be around dominating. I don't want to lose control of America.
Right.
We didn't come over here and slave you niggas for us to lose control in 100 years, 200 years, 300 years. That's exactly what exactly what he said? Yeah. He said we don't want to lose control. Yeah. We're going to lose control and we're going to become the minority. I don't want to do that. I don't want to look down from heaven and seeing you niggas standing over my white folks doing what y'all want to do. We do that. Y'all don't do that. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what he said.
And I was thinking about the fact that, I don't want to go back to the political conversation, but Bill Clinton even said it in one of his, I don't want to call it a rally or something like that, but he was on a microphone. I think he called himself backing up Kamala, but he said one of the reasons why all of these illegals are being allowed to come to America is because Americans aren't procreating in a way that sustains, I guess I would say, specifically white people, but that's just my add into that, what he said. But Americans aren't procreating in a way that will sustain society. So they're having all these people come over here to justify the lack of population that we have in America.
Okay.
You know what I wonder too? Because we talking about the procreation part. What percentage? I wonder. I'm gonna probably look at this up later, but I know Spaces would have looked it up if he had his computer or whatever. But what percentage of people are not procreating because they can't have kids and they got like something that's generally like wrong with them, versus the ones that are and they're steady having abortions? I mean, deletions. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it was a video you had sent in the group mall about immigrants, or migrants, immigrants, whatever, doing jobs that everyday Americans wouldn't normally do. And that was something I was sitting back today. We was at this Italian restaurant. We was chilling. Me and the family was just chilling and getting something to eat. And I was looking at the cooks back there. They were clearly Hispanic, and the guy filling up the water, he could barely speak English. But I asked him, how's his day? He said it was okay.
See?
Or whatever. No, he did his best. No me gusta.
Why did you do that?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yes. We just don't keep podcast. He's speaking. I got to say it. If I was speaking, he was going to see it.
Yeah.
Right or wrong.
Right.
So I got to say it. I ain't have no other choice. I have to say it.
Oh, but what I was thinking is that it's a lot of jobs that, and you had sent it in the group mall, that a lot of Americans wouldn't do. And if those jobs were to pay, have to pay a decent livable wage, then the price of everything that you like
It's going to go up.
essentially would go up. Now, I don't have a problem with it. It make me do a lot of things less.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But if it's to, help curtail a lot of this, the immigrants or whatever, or just people jumping in line. I don't have a problem with the immigrants per se. It's people jumping over the people that's already in line waiting too.
And it's a flood. It's an actual flood of them. Mm-hmm. That's what's the problem. I don't think people have a general thing about the immigrants. It's the way it's coming about, and it's just being pushed up on you without no regulation or nothing like that. Mm-hmm. There's not no process to it. It's just y'all going by the fly doing this shit. Y'all not, this is the process we're going to do. It's going to take them this long to get this and this. But then I got a question for you, because you was talking about the jobs, about people that don't want to do. Question to you. How can I word this without sounding crazy? When did it begin to people not wanting to do those jobs and stuff like that? When do you think it started changing? Because them jobs you was always waiting to get those jobs, because they pay, them tips and stuff was you was balling off them tips and stuff. People was like college students, early people, a lot of people was doing those jobs, and they you got career servers out here that been doing that shit for all their lives. They've been doing that shit. So kind of what changed from people doing those jobs that the immigrants doing, you think?
I just think the simple cost of living. When you can't really afford anything, and you kind of banking on somebody giving you tips.
Yeah.
And then the tip, the hourly, and that's one thing again. And I had to sit down, listen to certain things about Kamala and certain things about Donald Trump. Donald Trump, what he proposes is what this is what he proposed. Is he going to do it? I don't know. Or is he going to get it passed? I don't know. But not taxing tips. Yeah. Not taxing tips is that's huge.
This sounds like a working class,
right? I mean, it might be too good to be true. I don't know, but that helps people though, because you get a lot of people out here that's not getting again, what I'm saying is that I think it changed when people couldn't afford just basic stuff. Your rent goes up, and you out here still working for tips. And I think working for tips and things like that, it's a okay supplementary to the income. It helps supplement the income with your main income, and then you have something else coming in, I guess. Mm-hmm. But not for it to be totally something that your bread and butter.
I think.
Oh shit! Hey man, I don't mean to stop and pause y'all, because I just got a text from my son. Because I just took him to speaking of jobs.
Hold on, let me get this.
I just took him to another interview. Man, look, bro, we in this bitch. We got a plug. This motherfucker working at Champs now.
Oh yeah,
my son just got. His job,
I need them Jordan threes. I need them threes that come out at the end of the month. You know what I'm saying?
My son just got his job at what's it called?
Oh yeah.
I told him we need that. That's the plug. B.
Appreciate you.
That's
man.
the plug.
Oh
B.
man, you've been a blessing already. It's been a blessing, man.
Yeah, B.
He ain't even started the job. Yeah, we figured that out already.
It's okay, man.
And I'm taking them there every time they need to go.
Hey,
we need that.
We need them threes. Them 11s is definitely coming out next month.
And guess what? And he get a 40% discount. No, I'm just playing. I'm just bullshit.
I was about to say, I ain't never heard no shit like that. I'm finna get a job up in that motherfucker. Please. I need a day a week, 2 hours. That's it.
Just to use the discount.
Yep.
But no. I'm congratulating my son.
Yeah, congratulations,
hey,
young man.
You need a godfather for your son, bro.
We cool. It's like, motherfucker want to jump on you when my son go to lead. Motherfucker, hey, man. Nephew! No, you're not. Nigga, there ain't no nephew. What the fuck up? No, nigga. No.
Compete.
But no, but
I mean,
no.
cousin Lucky,
But
Lil Lucky.
You get your black card.
Yeah, look at the spaces,
I
boy.
see you. You've been watching movies.
I've been watching movies.
You've been watching movies. No, but what I was saying, what I was trying to get at was, because I always say this, you don't think it was kind of like the boss babe, everybody need to be entrepreneurs type thing from the internet that did that? Or had a little say in that too?
I don't think them hoes was working anyway. Like, I don't think they ever.
I'm talking about just people want to be bosses and entrepreneurs, period. Not just the women. I'm talking about in general, everybody.
Yeah, well, I mean, hoes could be men or women. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter.
That's true. That is true.
But I think when it comes to actually I'm talking about the people that were serious out here. All right, so those jobs they can no longer really sustain anything, though. You know, I mean, again, that's just extra petty cash, basically.
Mm-hmm. I think I think it's always been a thing, but it's just been more pronounced as of recent years.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was actually thinking about the evolution of things, right? And whatever it is, like for instance, the broom. What the broom was, what we see in these movies, and what it replicates. You know what I mean?
You want the bop by the bop.
You.
Jerry was there. He didn't forget. It's all right.
He did.
Yeah, he don't remember.
Oh my God, you was doing so good. You was doing great today. What happened?
That was Corey Holcomb. It's okay.
In Milwaukee, man.
Corey Holcomb. Okay.
He said that all the time, and you're gonna forget. Bottom up, man.
Sorry about that.
The mark.
Go ahead, man.
But no, I just think about the evolution of things, right?
Yeah.
So to think from, if you can maybe Google it, the oldest broom that was the first broom that was made for a household, and what it is now. Like the broom, it went from the broom to the vacuum, to where the vacuum first started to where it is now. Refrigerator, from where it first started to where it is now. Cars, from the way it started to the way it is now. And it's like I think it's with the more, we've said this before, the more convenient things become, the lazier people get.
Oh no, I messed up the saying, bro. What Mama every day say? Would you say Mama every day used to say?
The more I ask you to do, the less you want to do.
Yeah, there you go.
So let's see. Cultivate said, "Oh, they're going extinct."
For the less
She shrugged. Okay. Be Humble said, "Had to step away to watch my Steelers win." Be Humble also said, "The video of this white speaks the feeling of the." Oh, I'm sorry. The video of this old white man speaks the feeling of old white men.
I messed it up. The less I ask you to do, the less you want to do.
Yeah. I thought that's why I had it right last week.
Yeah.
I said that.
Be Humble said, Space was like, I love this old white man. I love the rhetoric. Don't get me started, Be Humble. Don't get me started. Cultivate said, can everyone check out the documentary, Our Father? It takes you into the mindset of most older white males and saving the white race. It's on Netflix. I'll check it out this week. Probably check it out later today.
We talk about a lot of old white males though, but we black. You need to check out a lot of old black men. Old black men be telling you how they really feel too, and they don't like the motherfucker. To be honest, like really, really like they'll tell you, boy. Because I'm from. That's why I say the C word too all the time. Because I'm from down there. And that's what my uncle them and my granddaddy them used to say and all that other stuff. And they really get busy with them for real.
You read this one from Cultivate.
What'd you say?
You mean
looking up from Elmar? You mean looking up from Elmar?
Be Humble said, well, he is racist. Spaces, you're wrong. It's not about Americans. Stop using that term. Here we go. Gotta prove you wrong again, Be Humble.
It's not about America. What you mean?
Well, yeah. Be Humble. Give some context as to what you mean. Maybe he did. It's about whites, not Americans. Trump gang, DHPX. Be Humble said, you keep adding yourself and us, and he doesn't care about people of color. I think he's talking about the guy in the video, and I don't know where you're getting what you're saying from. Because I specifically said his people and different races of people.
Oh, yeah, you say he looking out for his people, and you say we need to look out for our people.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
that's what you said.
I don't know where B Humble's coming from right now. So let's see here. hopefully this is just a clip. It might not be exactly what I was speaking of.
With him is the enemy.
A young woman who'd been killed by an immigrant. Yeah, well, if they'd all been properly vetted, that probably wouldn't have happened. And the cynicism of killing a bill just so you can keep people torn up and upset.
Whoa, man, who the fuck is this old white man?
No, that wasn't. I was shocked. That wasn't what I was looking for. But in that same speech, he talked about Americans. The reason why all of these illegals are coming in here is because of the lack of the growth in American population. But DSPX said, "I'm American." I think he said, "I'm glad America is going to be great again." I think that's what you meant. I agree. But yeah, man, it's you guys got anything else about that?
No.